first thing you designed for Harry Potter for among the costumes?
In the drawings. Well, because we'd done some workshops the year before, and we'd sort of been experimenting with how we would do some of the sort of more magical creatures. So I'd been kind of thinking about that side of things quite early on, because I knew that would be really complicated. So I don't know if I'm allowed to say what the creatures are, because if they're spoilers or not. But there's certain magical creatures and sort of flying creatures that were one of the earliest elements that I designed for the piece. Yeah, the Dementors, yeah. Hi. I don't know exactly why. I mean, all I know with this piece that, you know, the value of the collaboration between all the different creative people was really invested in very early on, and the producers, Sonia and Colin, were very clear that they wanted to allow us to really explore how we would tell this story. So I just think we were brilliantly supported and kind of, you know, given the chance to try things out before we then, you know, had to kind of develop it into its further stages. So I think for this piece, that's what, you know, what really helped, because we all knitted our different art forms together to help tell the story.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Obviously, there's reference here, you know, from illustrations in the books and in the movies. How much did you use those as a guideline, if at all?
Well, I mean, that was one of my it was a really difficult brief in some ways at the beginning, and I was kind of unsure, because you know, they really are beloved characters to so many people, and I wanted to honour people's idea of what these characters were, but also we were creating our own piece of live event. So, you know, I looked at everything. I looked at all the illustrations. I looked at the films, and I read and listened to the books. And when I was drawing, I kind of was listening to the books. So we used the books as our kind of main basis, sort of starting point. And then through workshops, it's a sort of process. You go through a process of osmosis, really.
Well, I also imagine it has to be different because people are seeing it at such a farther distance than what
Yeah, and the movement, no, it's a very fluid piece of storytelling. So I was quite interested in how we move the characters through the story, and also the kind of stage pictures with the characters in this beautiful space that Christine had designed. So yeah, you're always thinking of it in a different way anyway, I think, when you're designing for a live piece of work. Yeah. Thank you. Oh, hi. Thank you. Sorry? Oh, like when we go into the V world, and we call them V world costumes, yes. Yes, spines on the back. Yeah, we go to this alternate reality, and I wanted to kind of give a much more military kind of aggressive quality to this school uniform, and again with the movements that Stephen, the choreographer, was creating, I knew that I wanted to get these capes to move, but I wanted a symbol of Voldemort, I suppose, on their back. So I started looking at snakes and spines, and that's kind of evolved from that, really. Okay.
Wonderful.
Thank you.